Reignite your intuition to show to grow your intuitive self. Today I talk about why I like Thanksgiving, by the way, as a Swissy. My name is Angela and I'm a highly intuitive person by birth. What makes me the expert in supporting you regaining your intuition. As a psychic life coach, it is my passion to support people by becoming themselves. Trusting fully your intuition takes time and it is a very individual process. I share with you my knowledge and hands-on strategies I have developed to support you in your daily lifestyle. Take a few seconds to call a free 30-minute call with me.
Podcast
so your investment is 30 minutes
why
of your
I
lifetime.
like Thanksgiving. Well, as a matter of fact, Thanksgiving is already saying it as by the word Thanksgiving. Thank you for giving something. And I think this is absolutely awesome because being thankful should be something that should come natural. That should be something absolutely natural. And when I started to think about, okay, Thanksgiving, what it means it for me, what is it for me? And for me, it's very interesting. It reminded me of something my dad did. My daddy did, like every lunchtime, I was a lucky punch. I had my mom and my dad at home. When we finished our lunch, my dad was like, who cooked it? If we looked at mommy, we're like, thank you, mommy. And we got told and we learned how to say thank you and please, etc. And sometimes I think we forget to be thankful. And then I was like, okay, when I used to live in the States, I liked Thanksgiving. I had a very special Thanksgiving, actually, the first time I was there. Well, as young people have sometimes ideas, but it was a nice thing to have. And in the meanwhile, I'm a little bit like, I love Thanksgiving, but guys, why do we have Black Friday? When I started becoming a business person, I realized a lot of people start to make Black Friday offers. And now in the meanwhile, we have Cyber Monday. And I was like, but that doesn't resonate with me and my person. Because I like to be thankful that you give me something. So I like to give you something. And I don't like the fact that on one day we celebrate the fact that we are thankful and the next day we run over each other. That's just crazy. That's just so unhealthy, and it's kind of stressful to think about it, for me at least. And on Mondays, okay, it's Cyber Monday, which means cyber stuff is online and not let's call it, we don't run over people in reality, because that would be like even worse. And I was like thinking, why do we work like that? Why do we function? Why don't we have the consciousness? Why are we having a lack of consciousness to realize how to say that, how unfortunate it is to be that way, like being thankful and then running to buy stuff. So what is being thankful about? What is it really? I mean, people who know me know that I am not a person who's going out being like, okay, I just like everything cheap. I want quality, because I have the consciousness that quality might have its price. Not always. There is a lot of stuff that I don't agree on, like just because there is a name printed on something, that doesn't mean that quality is in it. It really has to be the quality of someone who is doing a marvelous job, and also some quality, like, for example, production-wise, whatever. So I was discussing this topic actually with a friend of mine. She is living in the US, and I was like, well, I don't like this Black Friday crap, and I don't like this Cyber Monday, but especially it scares me that Black Friday is so aggressive. And I was once in the States on Thanksgiving. We drove down from San Francisco to LA, actually to Santa Monica. And I remember we went to Denny's or something. I don't remember which place exactly, but I was like, thank you that you work on Thanksgiving because I'm hungry. And that was a really nice experience. And the next day, as we were not very long there, I was like, I want to go to Rodeo Drive. I mean, sorry guys, but I have to have kind of a breakfast at Tiffany's, even when it's above the Tiffany's. And you look at, you see the hotel where Pretty Woman was made and everything. And I was like, but a girl has to do what a girl has to do. And I remember that Rodeo Drive was very empty. It was very empty, in my opinion. So we went there and we started looking around. I was not really in a shopping mood. I was more in a enjoying mood. And then we entered one store, and their first thing was high, and the second thing was, we don't have Black Friday offers. And I remember I turned my head and I was like, who cares if you have Black Friday offers? And I just figured in that moment, this person ruined his own chance to make a business, because that was the moment I didn't want to buy anything. Well, it was actually still not for me, but it's just not how it works. And when I talked to my friend and we spoke about Thanksgiving, and then she started to tell me that there is businesses which start to close down on Friday. They just close and they open up on Saturday, and they make it a small business Saturday. And I think that's awesome. That starts to give us the consciousness again. I mean, come on, guys. We drive in one store and we have everything. We don't need to go to the butcher, to the guy with the cheese. We don't need to go to. We go to one place, and this is all over the world, more or less natural. When I left downtown Zurich, I tried, okay, to get out of my tram earlier. So I walked through the old part of the city and get in each store where they have separate stuff. And I think this is very healthy, and I am thankful for what they do, because they have a complete different energy to put in, and they have to have a complete different consciousness to put in. So I think that's very important. And celebrating Thanksgiving is kind of like the start of the whole festive season. It's like, okay, after Thanksgiving, we start to have this whole craziness of Christmas, which is cool, which is good. It's fine. I'm not going to judge if it's good or bad. For me, for example, my Thanksgiving is totally one day for me. I haven't had the time to decorate my apartment for the last few years, because for 2 out of 3 or 4 weeks I was not at home anyway, so why should I decorate, nor making any cookies, nor anything like that. This year I just decided, okay, I have the luxury of being my own boss. I give myself a day off, but there you have to do everything you want to do, like decoration, everything, and I will go completely crazy, I know myself. But that will be my Thanksgiving, and we don't have this tradition here in Switzerland. But I still think we should also be thankful for what we get. And we have something similar. It's called Erntedankfest, but we don't celebrate it very often anymore, because we think we always connect it to religion, and that's not correct. Being thankful what we earn from the fields, from whatever, we should stop expecting too much. Funny enough, probably saw my eyes, those who see the video, I looked outside and there is 2 ponies lying on the grass and sleeping. I'm like, yeah, they're thankful. They're having a full tummy. They're happy to have a full tummy. So they're thankful for what they got. And I think Thanksgiving should become more of being thankful of what you have and what friends and family, instead of becoming like, okay, we have to have this table full with food and it has to be perfectly cooked. Who cares if the food is perfectly cooked? Thank you for having all the food on the table. And I think that makes a huge, huge difference to a lot of things.
Are you ready for being you? Yes? Then go to angelahack.com, book a 30-minute call, and you'll find the link below the podcast. Thank you for listening to Reignite Your Intuition, and enjoy Thanksgiving.